What if I told you that the most devastating response to betrayal is no response at all? Not rage, not begging, not even an explanation, just silence. Because silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. It forces them to sit alone with the weight of their own decisions. And that weight? It will crush them. A man once loved a woman deeply. He gave her his heart, his time, his energy. And one day, without warning, she walked away. Maybe she got bored. Maybe she thought she could do better. Maybe she thought he'd never leave her mind, but she never expected what came next. Most men in his position would panic. They would lash out, beg, or drown in their emotions. And she would feel powerful, because control is given, not taken. But this man, he was different. He chose a weapon more lethal than any insult, any argument, any desperate plea. He chose silence. And in that moment, he flipped the script. He took back everything she thought she owned. Silence is not weakness. It is a power so strong, it makes the guilty collapse under the weight of their own mind. And if you learn to master it, you will never chase again. You will never explain yourself. You will never need closure, because your absence will speak louder than any words ever could. If you're ready to become untouchable, like this video, subscribe and comment below. Silence is my power. Number 1. The art of emotional control. Emotions are the chains that keep men enslaved. The moment you let them control you, you become predictable, weak, and easily manipulated. She expects a reaction. She expects anger, desperation, maybe even hatred. Because as long as you react, she knows she still matters. But the second you stop, the second you become indifferent, the power shifts. Imagine this. She walks away, fully expecting you to chase. She waits for the text, the call, the outburst. Maybe she even posts something online, hoping you'll respond. But all she gets is silence. No pleading, no explanations, no desperate attempt to win her back. Just a void where your attention used to be. And that void, it will haunt her. Because when someone expects an emotional explosion but gets nothing, they begin to question everything. Did I ever matter? Did he ever really love me? Why isn't he broken? And that's where the mind games begin. The moment you refuse to react, you plant a seed of doubt in her mind. The longer your silence stretches, the stronger that doubt grows. Understand this. Reactivity is weakness. It tells people exactly how to push your buttons. It gives them control. But emotional control? That's true dominance. The man who cannot be provoked cannot be broken. The man who refuses to react forces the world to react to him. Anger is easy. Begging is weak. Even insults and revenge show that you still care. But silence? Silence is terrifying, because silence is the absence of validation. And validation is what she craves. She needs to know that she mattered, that she had an impact, that you are hurting without her. But when you show nothing, when you move forward as if she never existed, it's like erasing her from your life. And that is a kind of pain most people are not built to handle. This is where most men fail. They think cutting off contact means waiting in the shadows, secretly hoping she comes back. That's not power. That's just another form of attachment. True emotional control means you don't just cut her off. You stop caring. You become indifferent. You move with purpose, discipline, and focus, without hesitation, without regret, without needing closure. Master yourself, and you master the situation. You become untouchable, unreadable, a force that cannot be manipulated. And in that moment, she will feel it. She lost the power she once had over you. If you're ready to take back control, like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am untouchable. Number 2. The law of reverse psychology. Human nature is wired for one thing, wanting what we can't have. The more available something is, the less valuable it becomes. This is why desperation repels and indifference attracts. The moment you stop chasing, you force her to wonder why. The moment you refuse to engage, you make her crave your attention. And when you disappear completely, you become an obsession. She walked away, thinking you'd fight for her, thinking you'd crumble. But when you do the exact opposite, when you vanish without a trace, her mind spirals. She starts questioning everything. Why hasn't he called? Did he ever care? Is he already with someone else? She expected anger, sadness, even hatred. What she never prepared for was silence. Silence is powerful because it forces the other person to fill in the blanks, and the human mind is cruel. It will create stories far worse than reality. When you stop responding, she doesn't just assume you're moving on. She imagines you thriving, leveling up, becoming something untouchable. She wonders if you were ever truly invested, if she miscalculated her own worth. And suddenly, the power she thought she had, it's gone. But here's the real kicker. If you play this game right, you don't just make her doubt. You make her regret, because she starts seeing what she lost. Maybe she sees you in public, unbothered, looking better than ever. Maybe mutual friends mention how well you're doing. Maybe she hears that another woman has your attention. And now, she's the one feeling discarded. Reverse psychology works because it manipulates expectation. She expected to be the prize, the one in control. But by walking away without hesitation, you rewrite the entire story. You are no longer the man begging for her return. You are the man she wishes she hadn't let go. And that realization, it's brutal. Most men beg for closure. They want explanations. They want her to understand how much she hurt them. But the truth is, silence does all the work for you. No speech, no confrontation, no carefully crafted message will ever be as powerful as the one thing she never expected: you walking away without a second thought. If you truly understand this, you will never chase again, because you will realize that the moment you become unavailable, you become irresistible. If you're ready to turn the tables like this video, subscribe and comment below. My silence makes them question everything. Number 3. The rebirth through pain. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Most men, when heartbroken, let the pain consume them. They spiral. They waste time overanalyzing what went wrong, drowning in regret, letting the weight of loss destroy them. They stop eating, stop training, stop focusing on their purpose. They sit in the dark, staring at their phone, waiting for a message that will never come. But the men who rise, the men who become unbreakable, use pain as fuel. They don't run from it. They don't numb it. They embrace it, transform it, and come back stronger than ever. This is where your power is forged. Not in the easy moments, but in the suffering. She expects you to break. She expects you to crumble, to disappear into your own misery. She wants to believe you'll never recover from losing her. Because as long as you stay broken, she still holds power over you. But instead, you take that pain and you turn it into something unstoppable. You take the sleepless nights and use them to grind in silence. You take the anger and channel it into the gym. You take the loss and transform it into self-discipline. Every second you waste thinking about her is a second stolen from the man you are meant to become. Most men look for revenge. They want her to see them winning. They want her to regret walking away. They want to prove her wrong. But that mindset is still weak, because it still revolves around her. It means you still care. It means you still seek validation. And as long as she still occupies space in your mind, you are not free. True strength isn't about proving anything to her. It's about proving everything to yourself. It's about waking up every morning and building yourself into a man that doesn't need to be validated, doesn't need closure, doesn't need anything but his own discipline and focus. This is the shift that separates weak men from powerful men. Weak men stay broken, waiting for her to return. Powerful men rise so high that by the time she looks back, she doesn't even recognize them anymore. Because when you build yourself up, when you elevate every aspect of your life, not for her, not for anyone else, but for you, you become untouchable. And when she finally notices, when she realizes the man she left behind no longer exists, it will be too late. Understand this. Growth is the best revenge. Not posts on social media, not forced displays of success. Real growth. the kind of growth that makes her feel like a stranger to you. While she expects you to suffer, you become a version of yourself that would have never existed without this pain. This is why heartbreak is a gift. It breaks the illusion that you need someone else to be whole. It forces you to build your own foundation, one that no one can ever shake again. And the moment you stop looking back, the moment you stop waiting for her to regret, is the moment you truly win. Because now, she is irrelevant. There is no victory in her regret. The victory is in your transformation. The victory is in becoming a man who no longer cares. This is your rebirth. This is where you stop being a man controlled by his emotions and become a man who controls his destiny. No more sorrow, no more weakness, no more waiting. Rise from the ashes, embrace the discipline, and step into your full power. If you're ready to transform, like this video, subscribe, and comment below. Pain fuels my evolution. Number 4. The attraction of detachment. Nothing is more powerful than a man who does not need validation. A man who is at peace with himself, who does not seek approval, who is unattached to any outcome. That man is magnetic. Detachment is not about being cold or emotionless. It's about understanding that attachment is weakness and that desperation repels. The moment you stop caring about what she does, who she's with, or whether she regrets leaving, is the moment she starts noticing you again. Why? Because women are drawn to men who do not chase. The more you chase, the more they run. The more you crave, the less they give. But the second you step back, the second you become indifferent, something shifts. She starts wondering why you're so unaffected. She starts questioning why you're no longer trying. She starts feeling the absence of your attention, and that absence will consume her. Understand this. Detachment is power. It is the ability to walk away from anything that no longer serves you without hesitation, without regret. It means you are no longer emotionally dependent on anyone. And that is the most attractive trait a man can have. Because when you truly do not care, you radiate confidence. You move with purpose. You are no longer bound by the invisible leash of attachment. Most men make the mistake of pretending to be detached. They post pictures to make her jealous. They go out of their way to show they're winning. But true detachment isn't loud. It's silent. It's calm. It's effortless. When you no longer need to prove yourself, when you no longer need to show the world that you're okay, you have already won. Think about the most powerful men in history, the kings, the warriors, the philosophers. They were never the ones chasing approval. They commanded respect simply by existing in their power. They knew their worth, and because of that, others followed. This is the energy you must embody. The man who is unaffected, unmoved, self-sufficient. And here's the real paradox. The moment you truly stop caring about whether she regrets losing you is the moment she will, because she will feel it. She will feel the shift in energy, and suddenly the game has changed. Suddenly, she is the one left wondering. So, stop asking yourself if she'll come back. Stop waiting for a text, a sign, a moment of validation. Your focus is on your mission. Your power is in moving forward, building yourself into something greater, something unshakable. And if she ever looks back, if she ever regrets, that's not your problem anymore. A man who needs nothing attracts everything. The moment you understand this, you become dangerous. If you're ready to embrace true detachment, like this video, subscribe and comment below. I attract everything by needing nothing. Number 5. The cold shoulder effect. Silence is one thing. Presence without reaction. That's another level of power. There will come a moment, maybe weeks, maybe months later, when she sees you again. Maybe it's by accident. Maybe she reaches out. Maybe she's just lurking from a distance. And in that moment, everything you do, or rather don't do, will determine who holds the power. Most men crack under this pressure. They see her, and old emotions flood back. They try to act cool, but end up overcompensating. They either avoid eye contact like cowards, or try too hard to look happy, as if proving something. Both are mistakes. Both show that she still affects you. But the man who has mastered the cold shoulder effect, he is different. He does not avoid, he does not chase, he does not react. He acknowledges without indulging. If she speaks, he responds, but with calm indifference. No warmth, no hostility, just a neutral, controlled presence. His energy says, "You are just another person now." And that is what breaks her. Because women expect men to either beg or burn bridges. They expect anger or longing. But indifference? Indifference is terrifying. It tells her that she is no longer special. It tells her that she has lost all emotional leverage over you, and that will haunt her more than any argument ever could. Imagine this. She reaches out with a casual message, testing the waters. She expects excitement, bitterness, something, but instead she gets a short, effortless reply. No emojis, no over-explaining, no sign that you ever thought about her again. And now she's confused. Did she really mean that little to you? Were you really able to move on so fast? That doubt spreads like a virus in her mind, because now, for the first time, she is the one seeking your validation. The roles have reversed. She needs to know if she still has control, and the fact that you don't give her an answer, that's what destroys her. The power of the cold shoulder isn't in cutting her off completely. It's in letting her see you again and realizing she no longer affects you. She will remember the man who once chased her, who once cared, and she will see a stranger in his place. That's what leaves an impact. That's what makes her regret. But by the time she realizes what she lost, you won't care anymore, because the version of you she once knew, that man is dead. If you're ready to step into this level of control, like this video, subscribe and comment below. I speak loudest when I say nothing. Number 6. The return of the one who left. They always come back. Always. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, when you've stopped thinking about her, when you've rebuilt yourself into something greater, when your silence has become deafening, she will return. And when she does, you will have only one job: to make sure she no longer matters. This is the moment most men fail. They get excited. They think, this is my chance. She finally sees my worth. They take the bait. They reply too fast. They let her back in too easily. And just like that, all the power they gained is gone. Because the truth is, she's not coming back because she suddenly realized how amazing you are. She's coming back because she's curious, because she's testing the waters, because she wants to know if she can still control you. But the man who has evolved does not fall for this trap. When she returns, he does not rush. He does not celebrate. He does not break his silence with excitement. He stays unmoved. Maybe he replies, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he acknowledges her, maybe he doesn't. But one thing is certain. He never lets her feel like she still matters. This is how you destroy the ego of the one who left. She expected you to still be waiting. She thought you would still be thinking about her. She assumed you would drop everything the moment she reached out. But instead, you treat her like an afterthought. She was once your world, and now, she's just another name in your phone, and that realization will crush her. Because nothing is more painful than being forgotten. Nothing stings more than realizing that someone who once loved you has completely moved on. When she left, she thought she was the prize. She thought she could always come back if she wanted to. But now, you're the prize. And she's just another one of your options. Do not give her the satisfaction of knowing she still has an effect on you. If you choose to reply, keep it short. If you choose to engage, remain detached. If she asks how you've been, say, good. Nothing more. No details, no explanations, no nostalgia. Show her that you don't need her to know how well you're doing. And that's when the regret will hit her the hardest. Because when a man truly moves on, when he no longer cares whether she stays or goes, that's when she realizes she lost him forever. If you're ready to be the one they regret losing, like this video, subscribe and comment below. They always return when I stop caring. Number 7. The ultimate power move, indifference. The final stage of power isn't in getting her back. It's in no longer wanting her back. Most men spend months, even years, secretly hoping she'll regret leaving. They wait for the day she realizes what she lost. But the moment you truly win is when you stop caring altogether, when her regret means nothing to you, when her return is no longer relevant to your life. Indifference is the ultimate power move because it signals that she no longer holds any emotional leverage over you. It is not anger, it is not hatred, it is nothing, and nothing is terrifying. Because when a man truly moves on, he does not announce it. He does not seek revenge. He does not need validation. He simply disappears from her world, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. She will test you. She will look for cracks in your armor. Maybe she reaches out just to see if she can still affect you. Maybe she watches your stories, hoping you'll notice. Maybe she flirts with other men, expecting a reaction. But you give her nothing. No anger, no jealousy, no curiosity. Just cold, emotionless detachment. And that's what destroys her. Because for the first time, she feels replaceable. She thought she was special, that she had a permanent space in your heart. But now, she sees the truth. She was just another chapter in your story, not the whole book. Indifference is freedom. It means you have transcended the past, that you have built a life so full, so powerful, that she is now just a footnote. And this isn't about pretending. It's not about acting like you don't care while secretly hoping she'll come back. It's about genuinely moving on. It's about reaching a place where even if she begged for another chance, you wouldn't take it because you have outgrown her. Most men never reach this stage. They stay stuck in limbo, pretending they've moved on while secretly waiting. But the men who master true detachment are the ones who are unstoppable. They don't need closure. They don't need apologies. They don't need anything because they have themselves. And that's the real lesson. The end goal was never about making her regret. The goal was to become so focused, so disciplined, so unshakable that she doesn't even matter anymore. If you understand this, you have already won. If you're ready to embody true power, like this video, subscribe, and comment below. Indifference is my greatest weapon. Number 8. The world is yours, not hers. For too long, you made her the center of your world. Your thoughts revolved around her. Your happiness depended on her. Your self-worth was tied to her approval. But now you reclaim everything you gave away. Because the truth is, your life was never about her. It was always about you. Think about it. How much time did you waste trying to keep her happy? How many moments did you spend worrying about what she thought, what she felt, what she wanted? And where did that get you? Lost, drained, powerless. Because the more you made her your focus, the more you lost yourself. That ends now. The moment you shift your focus back to yourself, you step into your true power. No more waiting for texts. No more checking her social media. No more wondering who she's with or what she's doing. That chapter is closed. Now, the only thing that matters is your mission, your goals, your growth, your empire. And this is where the real transformation happens. When a man stops living for external validation and starts living for himself, he becomes unstoppable. He builds his body, his mind, his wealth. He levels up in ways he never imagined. And as he rises, he realizes something. He was never meant to chase. He was meant to be chased. She will feel this shift. She will hear about the man you're becoming. She will see the way people talk about you. And suddenly, the roles are reversed. The man who once put her on a pedestal, he's now the man she wishes she could have back. The man who used to wait by his phone. Now, his phone is filled with new options, new opportunities. This is the hardest truth most men refuse to accept. She no longer belongs in your world. The version of you that loved her, that man is gone. He died the moment you decided to rebuild yourself. And the new you has outgrown her. She was just a lesson, a stepping stone, a catalyst for your evolution. The world is yours, not hers. You are the prize. You do not beg. You do not chase. You do not wait for anyone to recognize your value. You create value. You do not need permission to become great. You take what's yours. You move like a king. You think like a conqueror. You no longer care who regrets losing you because you are too busy winning, and that's the beauty of it all. The moment you stop caring about her is the moment you finally understand who you were always meant to be. She was never the destination. She was the wake-up call. This is your awakening. This is your rise. If you are ready to claim what's yours, like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am the prize. Number 9. The last laugh belongs to the Stoic. The best revenge isn't proving her wrong, it's proving yourself right. It's becoming the man you were always meant to be, the man who doesn't need validation, who doesn't seek revenge, who moves in silence and lets his results speak for themselves. The last laugh belongs to the man who no longer cares. At first, she thought she could replace you. She thought you'd be just another man left in her past. But now, she sees the truth. She sees the version of you that emerged from the fire. The man who didn't just move on, he evolved. The man she used to know is gone, and in his place, an unshakable force. A man immune to manipulation. A man who does not seek, does not chase, does not react. And that is what will haunt her forever. Not the anger, not the silence, but your complete indifference. Because the real power of a Stoic man is that he does not let anything shake his core. He does not let his emotions dictate his actions. He does not fight battles that are beneath him. He simply walks away and builds his kingdom. And now she watches from a distance. Maybe she still checks your profile. Maybe she hears your name in conversations. Maybe she even tries to reach out, hoping to get just a glimpse of the attention she once took for granted. But what she doesn't realize is, you have already won. Not because you made her jealous, not because she regrets leaving, but because she no longer holds any space in your mind. She thought she had power over you. She thought you would always be there, waiting, hoping, longing. But instead, you disappeared into greatness. And now, she is just another ghost from your past, one that no longer has any significance. That is the final stage, not revenge, not anger, but absolute freedom. The moment you no longer care about the past, the moment you no longer need closure, is the moment you become truly invincible. Because now, you understand, the greatest success is inner peace, and the greatest power is self-mastery. So let her wonder, let her regret, let her sit with the weight of her choices. But you move forward. Because you were never meant to stay in the past. You were never meant to be consumed by what was. You were meant to rise. The last laugh belongs to the Stoic, and by the time she realizes what she lost, you will already be too far ahead to hear it. If you are ready to embrace true power, like this video, subscribe, and comment below, I am unstoppable. You've made it to the end, and if you've truly been listening, if you've absorbed every word, you already know what needs to be done. This is your moment. The moment you choose stoicism over weakness, growth over stagnation, power over desperation. Understand this, she was never the destination. She was the catalyst. She was the event that forced you to wake up, to look in the mirror, to question who you really are. And now, you stand at a crossroads. You can stay the same, trapped in the past, waiting for closure, waiting for her regret. Or you can walk away, not just from her, but from the man you used to be. This is your rebirth. This is where you become untouchable. A man on a mission. A man who needs nothing. A man who commands respect, not by force, but by presence. And the moment you stop chasing, the moment you stop reacting, the moment you step fully into your power, you will see how the world bends in your favor. So let her regret, let her wonder, let her sit in the silence of her own choices. But you walk forward, because great men do not look back. They do not dwell on the past. They build, they rise, they conquer. If this video resonated with you, if you're ready to take full control of your life, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and drop a final comment below. I am unstoppable. And remember, the last laugh always belongs to the Stoic.